Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Bits of Krish. If you are diving into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 with a stealth build, you might be wondering, should you take Miller's mission or Radovan's? Well, after testing both, I found one to be a stealth paradise, while the other not so much. Let's break it down. Remember the brawl Henry and Hans got into at Troskowitz? The one that ended with some serious punishments. Hans left Henry behind, saddling him with the task of attending Semin's wedding to deliver a peace message to von Bargow. But how do you get in? There are two paths. After chatting with Bara, you can choose either route to reach the wedding. I headed straight to Miller's mill in Lower Semin and offered my help. Miller needed an extra set of hands, so he hired me on the spot. The first task, tedious and time consuming, but trust me, the reward was worth it. He wanted me to haul sacks of flour from his mill to the wagon, paying me generously for each one. As a bonus, he let me sleep and eat there for free. Not a bad deal. After lugging around about 10 sacks, Henry stumbles across something metallic buried in the flour. Suspicious. He confronted Miller, who revealed he was dabbling in some hillbilly alchemy, trying to convert matter into energy. He needed a certain document from the Troskowitz rat house and Henry was tasked with stealing it. The chest holding the document was locked tight and heavily guarded. This is where the game truly embraces stealth and thievery, guiding Henry through lockpicking, pickpocketing, stealth takedowns and even poisoning. Stealth players and assassins pay attention. Miller gives you the option to learn more about thievery from one of his pupils. Plus he provides a dedicated practice chest in the barn for lockpicking, a godsend for early game training. Right beside the chest you'll find free lockpicks and a dagger, saving you from spending hefty groschens at vendors. Feel free to practice as much as you want. Around the mill you'll also meet Hensel, who teaches stealth takedowns and pickpocketing, skills you'll absolutely need later on. The more you practice, the more stealth XP you earn, unlocking perks that push you to new levels in the art of stealth and thievery. After wrapping things up at Miller's mill, I headed to Zhelyov Inn to hunt for some proper thief attire. This place is a goldmine for anyone embracing the thief path. I waited until nightfall to test Henry's skills in a little midnight shopping spree. At around 2 AM, when the world was silent, I crept upstairs to rob the merchant while he slept. For a little extra coin, you can also pickpocket the bathmaids. The merchant's main chest required lockpicking, so I knocked him out first to avoid any unwanted surprises. Locks make a lot of noise, and if anyone catches you, you'll be branded a thief in that area. It was a quick job. Get in, snatch some groschens and the desired clothes and slip back into the shadows. Mission accomplished and reward secured. So if you're looking to hone Henry's skills as a master thief, Miller's mission is the way to go. It transforms the game into a stealth playground, packed with tools and trainings to sharpen your thieving prowess. Radovan's path may bulk up your strength, but for those who prefer the shadows, Miller's is your paradise. The buffs are unimaginable. For example, making less noise for stealth takedowns, or being able to crouch and not getting spotted out within the bushes, or lockpicking 10% speed buff in pickpocketing. This is how my build looked with the gear acquired. Although it wasn't perfect, my ambition was to keep the conspicuousness, noise and visibility under 20, a goal I'll eventually achieve. You guys will see the progress in the upcoming videos. Now let's get back to the task. Zinek guides you on how to steal the important document from Troskowitz. He reveals the location where you can sneak into the rat house and points out from whom you can steal the keys. As night fell, I scouted the area for potential pickpocketing opportunities. This time it felt almost second nature. After practicing it several times, I swiftly snatched the keys from a guard leaning against the wall half asleep. With light steps, I slipped into the rat house unnoticed. From there, stealing the document from the chest was a breeze. Still, the tension was palpable. What if I got caught? That's where the thrill lies. But I was well prepared. Before embarking on this stealthy mission, I took a swig of Savior Schnapps, giving me the confidence I needed, plus I earned a cool thievery buff that significantly boosted my stealth build. Following this path gives you a solid start into thievery and stealth takedowns. Anytime you want to dive deeper, the Millers offer more lessons, even teaching you about poisons. Overall, it's a pretty good bargain, though some missions might feel a bit slow at first, especially the Gravedigger's task. However, the rewards are worth it. It's the last mission to find saltpeter from graves. Henry meets the Gravedigger and he brings you along his grave digging day-to-day tasks. Here you will learn about the Bane poison and how to apply them to food and arrows to poison someone. On the other hand, Radovan's path in Tarkov is a completely different experience, packed with faster-paced missions, intense actions, and loads of armor and weapon buffs. There are times when you are forced into hand-to-hand combat, weapon clashes, and straight-up battles. The first mission is all about learning blacksmithing. Radovan teaches you the craft of forging a sword at his smithy, and honestly, it's pretty satisfying. There's something mesmerizing about hammering hot iron to the rhythmic hum of the forge. Mastering these skills comes with some sweet perks, like cheaper repairs, enhanced weapon abilities and access to top quality gear. You can even sell your crafted weapons to earn some groschen for a more honest living. Quickly after mastering the forge, Radovan sends you on another task, tracking down a missing cart. This cart was supposed to reach Semin for a wedding but vanished along the way. The search begins and with it the adventure unfolds. Henry ventures into Semin in search of missing cart but finds himself unexpectedly dragged into a hand-to-hand brawl with a drunken guest. Although there weren't many options to avoid the scuffle and Henry was more or less shoved into it, this confrontation turns out to be developers' clever way of helping Henry get familiar with fist fighting. As the investigation into the missing cart continues, Captain Gnarly suggests learning some combat tricks from Sir Yan, the Honorable Lord of Semin. Here you get to wield a heavy weapon and hone your skills in a proper sparring session. The payoff: immediately heavy weapon buffs, sharpening your prowess for what lies ahead. On the road, danger lurks in the form of bandit camps. Henry and his convoy usually charge in head-on, taking the fight to the enemy. Clearing these camps rewards Henry with solid swords and strength buffs, a nice bonus for the effort. Eventually the grim truth unravels. The cart carriers tried to sell their wares to the bandits only to be double-crossed. The bandits, being as cunning as they are ruthless, captured the carriers and aimed to take the cart for free. A mini battle ensues. Pro tip: don't go charging at the heavily armored brutes yourself. Instead, let Sir Yan and Gnarly handle them while you focus on the weaker enemies. Once the dust settles, you are handsomely rewarded with armor, longswords and a bow. Ideal for a warrior build, though not entirely game-changing. With the mission wrapped up, you return to Radovan to report the whole ordeal. Radovan then tasks you with fetching some Toledo steel from a hermit in Apollonia. It's a surprisingly simple job if you play it right. Sneak in at night, knock out the hermit and make off with the goods. The best part: by morning the hermit won't speak to anyone anyway, so no consequences. And with that, most of Radovan's missions come to a close. When comparing Miller's mission to Radovan's, the difference is night and day. And stealth players, these are where Miller's path truly shines. While Radovan's route throws you into the fray, honing your combat skills with swords and heavy weapons, Miller's mission is a stealth paradise. It's a playground for shadowy tactics, teaching you everything from lockpicking and pickpocketing to stealth takedowns and poisons. Every task subtly builds Henry's skill set, rewarding patience and precision with invaluable buffs and gears tailored for those who prefer to strike unseen. If you're crafting a stealth-focused build, Miller's path isn't just an option, it's practically a rite of passage. The abundance of training, free tools and sneaky opportunities makes it the perfect route for players who want to become masters of the night. Radovan's path may bulk up your strength, but for those who live for the thrill of slipping past guards and taking what they please without a sound, Miller's is the way to go. What do you think? Will you embrace the shadows or charge headfirst into battle? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss another adventure. Until next time, stay sneaky. Ciao ciao.
God, please, no! No! No!